Yes, people, it's Matt, aka the Doc in the Arena, the guy that will give you the medical take on sporting topics. One of my mates, he said to me today, he goes, literally just talking just now, and he goes, mate, you're so lucky, you get to go to these events, and working in sport must be class, just that and the other. And I said to him, yeah, it's good, but it's not perfect, right? There's things that aren't great about it as well. And he goes, like what? Trying to explain to me, and he was like, yeah, whatever. So I said, okay, fine, let me bring it to YouTube court. Let me bring it to the subscribers. Basically, I'll break down to you the 5 worst or most difficult things about working in professional sport as a doctor, as given by me. Before I jump into it, obviously, if you like this type of content, click like, subscribe, and flick the bell. And if you want more of this type of content where I'm talking just a bit more generally about my experiences working in sport, just message, give requests, and probably advise you join the Discord, because I'm in there all the time, so you can just ask me questions pretty much anytime. Other than that, let's go. Number five, one of the most jarring things about working in sport, honestly, is that people ask you for inside information all the time. And it's ridiculous. Mate, the amount of people, right, friends or people that are kind of friends of friends, they'll message, Matt, how are you getting on, this, that, and the other. What happened with that player then? What happened to that player? Is he playing the next game? Are you going to do a medical for so-and-so? Is it true what I've read in the news? I'm like, mate, listen, I can't tell you any of that. Like, bear in mind, I'm a doctor anyway, so I can't tell you anything about my patients or things like that at the best of times. But working in the spotlight in, professional sport environment, I'm not going to be able to do that. I don't have the facilities for that.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
I'm not really sure what people were expecting, but it got to the point, at one point, I actually had to start pulling people and saying, listen, please stop asking me this. I don't even want, the text trails on my phone. Don't want any drama. But, you'll still get them from time to time. And even now, I'll get the odd question, the things that I literally can't answer. So if you got any mates that are working in sport, I know you want to find out the details, but don't put them in that position, please. Number 4, I'm trying to think of the order in which I'd put all these in. Okay, I'm going to say a bit more serious, working 24/7. As a doc, you are expected to be available for your athletes and for your team at all times. So when I was working in the Prem, our schedule would be Tuesday to Saturday, obviously working. Saturday's the match day. Sunday we're in for recovery day. And then Monday we had off, as long as we didn't have a game in the middle of the day. But obviously that Monday, you're always catching up with stuff. You're using that time, a little bit of downtime, to do some paperwork and make sure everything's up to date and ready for the week ahead coming. So you're never really off. Furthermore, you got a club phone, and that phone will ring every single day for something at any time of day. And, I've easily been up till 10, 11, midnight on phone calls, organising things or helping players out with X, Y, and Z, which, I'm happy to do, but it's a lot. Trust me, you're working. When I say 24/7, you are working all the time, and you never really feel like you switched off, apart from the off season, which is great. So yeah, that's number 4. Number 3, again, a bit more serious, being isolated. I don't know what you know about the setup of sports organisations, but what wouldn't surprise you is that the setup is geared towards performance, towards getting results. So they'll have a lot of coaches, a lot of technical staff, fitness trainers, and things like that, things that are kind of directly related to the performance of the individual. But in terms of doc, they tend to have one doc there at a time. So when you're there, you're kind of on your own. And that is in direct contrast to kind of how we're trained. As doctors, you're trained, you kind of work with nurses and other doctors in a team, other specialties, and kind of have people to bounce ideas off of. But when you're in the training ground or wherever on your own as the only doc, it can be quite difficult because, obviously you're dealing with all the sports injuries and whatever, but you're dealing with other members of staff's illness or injuries or things going on, or the player's mum or your receptionist's aunt or something. You're just doc, so you're the specialist for everything. So it can be quite isolating, and I found the best way was just to try and lean on people as much as possible. Make sure you've got senior doctors on the other end of the phone supporting you. But yeah, it can be isolating, really, really isolating. I have felt that at times, particularly when I've been traveling. Number 2, and I guess you guys are probably surprised it's not number 1, but number 2 is losing. I am not a player, I'm not an athlete, I've never been a professional athlete. But when you're there, you're with the players, you've invested your time and energy to players, it's your livelihood. When they lose, you lose. And it is a crap feeling. I'm telling you now, it is a crap feeling. If you think you're a fan and it hurts when your team loses, be in the locker room. You feel it. There's some losses I still remember, there's some losses I remember a year down the line, 2 years down the line, thinking, oh God, that was just a rubbish day. And particularly when you're on a losing streak and you start dreading some games, can be a bit of a slippery slope. So yeah, losing, definitely up there. But number one for me anyway, is breaking bad news. Breaking bad news as a doctor in a sports environment, you are like, even if it's just for like 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 10 minutes, you are public enemy number one, right? Obviously the player can say they're injured, whatever, but in general, you're the only person that can really rule someone out. Yeah, you or the physiotherapist can rule a player out. So when you have to go to the coach or to the gaffer and say, listen, this player can't play, you feel like you're the one that's injured him, even though that's obviously not the case. You feel like you've injured him, and then the gaffer will be like, yeah, but why? Can he not do this? Can he not do that? And then you have to be you go from being a very solutions-oriented person to having to say, nope, sorry, nope, not allowed to do that, no, unable to do it. And that guy who's always saying no, which makes you look and feel a bit rubbish. And then afterwards, the gaffer or whoever will go and they'll tell everyone else, they'll be like, yeah, well, the doc said so-and-so can't play, or the physio said so-and-so can't play. And you're like, listen, I said it, but I'm just passing on the news. I did not plan this or want this to happen. I want the guy to play. But yeah, it makes you feel like you've injured the player. Fortunately, I've had, a lot of very understanding coaches, so I haven't had too many issues. But for me, that's the worst. Having to be that, no one wants to be that guy. Being that guy, just in any context. Anytime it says, oh, that's that guy. Ugh. It's great, So for me, that's number one. So yeah, those are the 5 that I could think of off the top of my head. Probably got loads more. If you like that type of content, can you please let me know in the comments? Ask me questions, different things you want me to cover. And you might as well join the Discord. As I said, I live in it now. Basically, I'm in it all the time. So I'll leave the link in the video description as well. Other than that, you guys take care. Top 5 worst things about being a doctor in professional sport. There you go. You guys take care. See you on the next video.